Hello, my name is Ayush. My student ID is 1812639. I am currently studying at Pathan College for Professional Studies. This video is recorded for assignment of CIS. The title of the project is Customer Satisfaction Survey System for Prabhu Bank ATM. The aim of the project is to develop a distributed system which will gather the data from Prabhu Bank customer through survey. Then the data will help to know how much customers are satisfied with the Prabhu Bank ATM service. In order to complete the project, these following features has been included. They are object-oriented programming concept, event-driven programming, and for distributed application, we have used two different architecture. They are RMI architecture and web service architecture. Now, I am going to give you a demonstration of the system. At first, I am going to start the server. You can see in the console that the server has connected successfully. After this, I am going to run the client side. This is the main interface of the system. As you can see, there are two different tasks in this window. One is login and another one is taking the survey. Now, I will take the survey as a customer. After clicking the start survey button, the customer form will show up. In this form, the customer has to provide their details before starting the survey. This is the main question form where the customer will take the survey. As you can see, there are 5 different options for a question. The user can choose the appropriate one and click on next button to continue with the survey. After the completion of the survey, the user will be shown an acknowledgement to let them know that the survey has been completed. Now, I will log in as an admin in the system. To have access to the admin system, the user have to provide the appropriate username and password. This is the main interface for the admin, where admin can perform its related activities like view customer data and analyze data. Now first, let's look at the list of the customer who has taken the survey. In this table, the information of the customer such as name, address and phone number is displayed. Now let's look at the another activity of the admin, which is to analyze data. Here the admin can analyze according to question. As you can see, there are all the questions that we have asked in the survey. Let's analyze the question number 1. The analyzed report will be shown in the pie chart form. This is the report of the question number 1. The admin can view the report of the other question in the same way. This is the result of the question number 2. This is the result of the question number 7. Now I will give the explanation of the subject requirements that we have implemented. Firstly, I will be explaining the OOPS concept. It is one of the features that we required to implement in the system. Basically, object-oriented programming is a paradigm to design a program using classes and objects. There are 4 major principles in object-oriented programming concept. They are inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation, and polymorphism. In this remote QB class, we have extended unicast remote object class. So unicast remote object is a parent class and the remote QB is the child class, making it an example of inheritance. As remote QB is a child class, it acquires all the properties and behaviors of its parent class. Similarly, remote QI is an interface As we know, interface is a pure abstraction, which makes it an example of abstraction. In this interface, we have made a set of methods which does not contain any function inside it. And this interface remote QI has been implemented in other class which is remote QB, and all the methods of the interface are override in this class, which is an example of polymorphism. In other class questionnaire, we have made a certain variable private. So in order to access the variables, we have used getter and setter. So making this getter and setter method give us an example of encapsulation. This questionnaire class is an entity class which maps the application with the database. This class is implementing the serializable interface, which is also known as marker interface. The main purpose of using serializable in RMI is to fetch objects through parameters. Event-driven is another feature that was required to implement in the system. This is where we have implemented the concept of event-driven programming. When the analyze data button is clicked, it performs an action which opens a new window, that is data analysis dashboard. This is the code that has implemented this concept. The main aim of our project was to implement two different architectures for making distributed application. In this project, we have used RMI architecture and JSON API architecture. Now I am going to show the implementation part of RMI architecture. In RMI architecture, a remote object is created, which we have created in this run server run class. After that, the reference of that object is created and made available for the client using the registry in the server side. Each time the server creates an object, it registers this object with the RMI registry using rewind methods. The client needs a reference of that object to invoke a remote object. At that time, the client fetches the object from the registry using the lookup method, which we have used in this class. After the completion of this process, the client can have access to the equation that are stored in the server. Here we have used JSON API as the web service architecture, which is implemented in JSON API class. We have also added an API file which is used to perform a specific task. In this JSON API class, we have passed the path of the API file as an object. Then in order to make a connection, we have typecasted the URL object to the HTTP URL connection. After that, we have set the request method and initiated a connection bridge. Then the response of the connection is checked to see if it is working or not. When the data is received from the database, we have parsed data in JSON array. After that, we have accessed the required value from the array and assigned it into the new variable. This is how we have implemented the necessary requirement in our project. Thank you.